Hello, friends, and welcome back. This is going to be a movie review, and the movie I'll be reviewing is D-Tox, or in the U.S., I think it's called ICU. And of course, this is a Sylvester Stallone movie. Pretty good movie. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty cool. And this is the German, I think, release of it. I kind of actually we're doing a review here, but we'll kind of open it up and let you. It's got reversible artwork. I think the only thing that's different is it doesn't have the, I guess the score. I don't know what you call it, the 18 thing on it. It usually has that right here, as you can see. 16. I guess that's the age appropriate for this movie. I guess is what I'm. It doesn't have. So you can just change it out. I just never did. I didn't. Like I said, I just wanted to show it to you, and I believe it's region free if I'm thinking right. But on with the review. I figured I'd give y'all a look at the movie too. It's made by Universal, so pretty cool movie. As you can see, it's got Robert Patrick in it, Charles Dutton's in it, Dina Myers, quite a few. I mean, really good. Tom Berringer, Sean Patrick Flannery. It's got a lot of good actors in it. I believe this was in about 2001 or something like that. And it follows the story of a FBI agent, which is Stallone here, who does a really good job in this movie. But there's a serial killer that he's going after, and the serial killer kind of poses his victims. Like when you go to find the victims, they're posed in different ways and stuff. And he's got a, he's kind of after Stallone a little bit. I guess he knows Stallone is the one that's kind of coming after him stuff, so he kind of cat and mouse game with Stallone. He wants to get him or whatever. So he leads him to one place, and while he's doing that, the killer's actually killing Stallone's wife, and that's like at the very first of the movie, and she gets killed, and she's posed a certain way, and it just messes Stallone up really, really bad, like it would anybody. And he pretty much goes to drinking. He becomes like an alcoholic, I guess you could say, and drinking his pain away, and he can't hardly do anything. And I guess his partner, Charles Dutton, he kind of helps him go to this rehab place, or a detox is what the German name for it is, I guess, the detox place, to try to get better. And like I said, there's a lot of people there, like Sean Patrick Flannery, Robert Patrick. I mean, just quite a few, really cool actors. Chris Christopherson, I believe is how you pronounce his name. He's like I guess the main person there that kind of, you tell what's going on to him, kind of like a psychiatrist, I guess. So it's a pretty cool movie, and as you go on, you learn it, and it's in a really cool location. It's kind of like an old, it looks like maybe like an FBI compound. I don't know really what you call it. It's just a cool looking building. It's kind of a wild looking building, just a complex to keep them, away from everybody and all this. And it's out, of course, in the snow, as you can see by this big jacket here, which makes some really cool scenes because there's a blizzard, there's a big storm coming. And I mean, there's snow everywhere, and it just makes the movie cooler to me because there's a couple scenes where they actually go out in all the snow, and they think a person's lost, and they head out on snowmobiles and look for it, and the snow's just coming down, and you can't see any. I mean, it's just just makes the movie cooler with all the snow coming down. So I thought that was a really cool part of the movie. But a little ways through, after you see Stallone there, you notice there's a hole in the ice, and there's actually a dead body there. So where did this dead body comes from? Lo and behold, one of the people there isn't who he seems to be. One of the people there detoxing or going there to be helped and all that. He's not the person he seems, but we don't know who it is because this place is just open, so they don't know a lot of the people. It's just their first week there, and you don't really know, is this guy, and is this Sam, or is he some other, whoever the guy's name is. It's just you don't really know. And lo and behold, you see that person kind of frozen in the water there, and there's something going on. And of course, the people start getting picked off one by one in different ways and stuff. So it's pretty cool to watch. And it almost goes into it's like a cop drama to me, but it kind of has a slasher feel to it because the bad guy, you never actually see the person real close up. They always have like a mask on. A lot of times when they go outside, they'll have like a thick coat on and stuff like that to blend in and stuff. And like some of the other people wear the same kind of coat, so they all kind of blend together. So you never actually know who the killer is till the very end. And it kind of leads back to some of the first scenes. Like if you watch the first couple scenes they show, like that person's actually there when Stallone's in this one place, and you kind of at the end of the movie it does a flashback, and you're like, oh my gosh, it was that, it was that guy that was, So I mean, I thought it was pretty good. Like I said, it's a cool movie. It's a cool whodunit. You don't really know who it is, the killer is, and it's got quite a few good scenes in it. It's got a few kind of cool staged, the way the serial killer kills the person and stages them. When they find them, it's kind of cool, and it's a good cat and mouse game, especially when they finally figure out that there's a killer inside the D-Tox center there inside the building. And then it's a cat and mouse game with Sylvester Stallone and the killer. And like nobody really knows who's the killer. Could it be this guy? Could Stallone be the killer? Because they don't know Stallone, Could Stallone be the killer? So I think they actually lock him up for a little bit. And it's just a crazy movie. And I just thought it was pretty good fun. It's got a lot of suspense to it. Like you don't know who it is. A lot of cat and mouse game with Stallone, and of course the killer's kind of revving him up and trying to get him to do whatever. He's trying to trick him every which way he can. Like there's a couple spots in there, like I think he has a like walkie-talkie, and he kind of hides it on somebody, and he leads Stallone down one way, and he's the total opposite way. So it's got a good Stallone versus this bad guy. And I thought it was pretty cool, and I thought Stallone did a really good job. He had a lot of emotion when his poor wife died in the movie, and he's going there, and he pretty much starts drinking real bad, and they send him to this place, and he's just trying to put his life back together, and this serial killer's after him again. Because, it looks like the serial killer, it's his life mission to pretty much, mess Stallone up, to hurt him real bad. Because I guess Stallone's always been after him. And like I said, I thought it was a pretty good movie. I thought it was really good. It had a lot of good suspense. It had a pretty good killer that looked kind of like a slasher form. You didn't really see the person, and he kind of went after you in the shadowy forms and stuff. And I thought it was pretty cool. But like I said, and the ending, Stallone finally figures out who it is. And of course, it's one of the people there. You actually it isn't one of those movies like at the end of the movie, you're like, who was that guy? I didn't even see him. It's actually one of the people there, so you can kind of guess who it would be. And I thought that was pretty cool. I don't really like the movies where they just throw somebody in at the end that you've never seen before. It's like, where was he in the movie? I want to actually have somebody there I can pick from. Let me see, I think it's this guy, and you'll see at the end if it's him. And that's how this movie is. But after Stallone figures out who it is, and he starts going after the guy, there's a good fight scene at the end, and the ending is great. And one of the things, he's like, the bad guy's slogan, the way he always says, he'll call Maloney is, I think his name is Malone in the movie, Sylvester Stallone here. And he'll call him up and he'll say, I see you, can you see me? Hence the title, I See You. And he does that a lot. He's like, I see you, can you see me? And then, of course, Stallone, the very last thing there, he kind of gets him and finishes him off in just great fashion, just awesome. And he's got the great catchphrase at the end. They always got to end these little action movies with the guy kind of, with the main man trying to fix his slogan up and yell it right back at him before he takes care of him, So it's a pretty cool ending, and the ending, like I said, is really good. It was just, I didn't see it coming. Just the way the action was, it was just one, quick kind of ending to finish off the guy. I just thought it was pretty cool. it's almost like Universal Soldier, if you've seen that movie, but not that bad, but still it was pretty tough. My wife watched this with me and she was like, "Oh, that had to hurt." So it was pretty cool. I thought it was a pretty good movie. Like I said, I liked everything about it. Got good suspense and all this cool stuff in it. Had a little bit of a slasher feel. Stallone did a good job in it. And like I said, the ending was pretty cool with that great finishing move, I guess you could say, on the killer. And I don't know, I really enjoyed it. So, like I said, if you can find it as ICU or D-Tox, I figured you might want to check this movie out. And like I said, this is the German Blu-ray, and I believe this is region free. So you can get this on like Amazon Germany. I don't even think it was that much. My buddy got it for me, and he said it might have been $13 or 14. It wasn't a lot, US dollars. 13 or 14 US dollars. It wasn't too much, he said. But so like I said, I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a really cool movie. I thought Stallone did a good job in it. I'm trying to think if I could think of anything else. I mean, I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was good, but it's just a pretty cool movie to me. It's just, so if you like a good suspense movie with a little bit of a slasher feel to it, some cool the way they set the kills up, the set pieces, I guess you could say, how they pose the kills. You'd really enjoy this if you like a little bit of action, a little bit of suspense, and then that great finisher at the end of the movie. I was like, man, this is a cool movie. So, like I said, check out D-Tox or ICU, and until next time, have a good one and see ya.